Pick up there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They try to pop a run on the draw. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. So LSU's offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are players for this game, and it goes beyond executing and make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it.
Nothing but green ahead. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They'll leave it with him. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains, to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy. Reese on the other side.
Got a lot of running room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He now has 62 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, LSU! And they jump on top.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Brooks. Gets it out fast. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll ride the hot hand. Still running at the 40. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Handoff to the lone back. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Royer. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. Some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the 1st overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
2nd down coming up. Quarterback will audible. They keep attacking through the air. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Royer. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon. And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Get set, go!
They'll try to get it in with the run. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The Hoosiers in the hurry-up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Looking for a man. It's Brooks. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And the Hoosiers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Really good job on the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a deep man. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Wow, Meanwhile, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first.
What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Burks. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. To throw, it's Brooks. He's got it on the move.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Royer. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he drops the throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley.
And the Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Using his legs, it's Everett. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Royer. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Trying play action. He makes the grab. And it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Everett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Red pass, it's complete.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Yard drive, and the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They're going to ride this running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 30, the 20, inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be knocked down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Brooks. He's got it down the middle. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Now on 2nd down.
Brings up second down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Shakes off the tackler. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Gives it to the back on the draw.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On the ground, it's Everett. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
He now has 80 yards rushing now here in week 1, a solid start to this new campaign.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
To the air on 1st down. Going to take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, LSU! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've registered a ton of them.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Finds his man and they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. He finds his man. And he was just... steps up.
On first down.
Taking that one even further after the catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to...
And the pass hits, picked off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The lone back's got it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give to the tailback. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Grabbed on the outside, it's Everett. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's quick. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He lets it fly. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get...
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Scanning the field, it's Brooks. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Back to the air one more time. Just a short pass to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for room, it's Everett. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run for it on third and short. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, Man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave. And
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Royer. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to go down as time has run out. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.